almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains.
Hi, Grammars.
What are you doing here?
Your grandma tells me her grandson's some fancy environment lawyer down in Cincinnati.
I am a corporate defense attorney.
So?
I defend chemical companies.
Mark, sitting next to the man that you play here, it must have been a real honor to play him, first of all. And how long have you wanted to make this movie and do this story?
It is an honor. He's my hero. He's a real-life superhero. It's been about 3 years, I think, right? Since we first spoke. And then, of course, Todd came in and really put it all together in the most beautiful way.
Yeah, but you're a producer on this too, as well. You're very passionate about this. In real life, you're involved with all kinds of causes and organizations, and this sort of blends your passions with your career here.
Yeah, so in 2016, with the complete divide of our nation, I wanted to find another way to communicate these ideas other than just direct activism, which I'd been participating in since the first Iraq War. And I found this story to really be in line with a lot of the work that I've been doing with water and hydrofracking. And what I came to understand is this system is the same whether we're talking about PFOA or we're talking about lead or we're talking about the contaminations of that happen with hydrofracking, or we talk about even the pharmaceutical industry and our food industries. There's a system that isn't protecting us, and this was a perfect example of that. And Rob's work was the perfect example of how to start to unravel that.
As you see, Robert, as you see this movie unfold and you see what you go through and all the odds stacked against you and people saying you shouldn't do this, you realize if it weren't for you, we probably wouldn't be sitting here. It never would have gotten revealed at all. It really does take one guy and that dedication sometimes to do this.
What we see in the movie is Wilbur Tennant, the farmer, one individual who stood up in his community and spoke out and made a huge difference. Took on a big chemical company. And, I can't be more delighted than to have Todd and Mark, be able to bring this story out so people can see, what one individual can do, or in a community that came together and took this on and spent 20 years taking this on, and so that all of us can learn from what happened and hopefully not have to do it again.
Yeah. Hopefully is the word, because it seems with all the deregulation and everything that's going on again, this seems inevitable that there's a lot going on we don't know about right now, Todd.
Yeah, and what you really see in this film is the way this character of Rob in the movie, who is a corporate defense attorney working for a major law firm that defends chemical companies in Cincinnati, basically had to create his own tools. The tools didn't exist to even begin the fight, to start to strip down the truth behind DuPont's behavior over decades, because of a regulatory system that was so in place, that so gave the prerogative to industry, and so enabled. This is an unregulated chemical we're talking about. It's still an unregulated chemical. And it is now spread from local water districts in the Ohio and West Virginia water systems through nationwide and now globally. It is in all.
It's in all of you. It's in all of us.
It's in all of us.
It never goes away.
And it started with an egregious abuse of power and financial interest by a major American company.
And in what they use it for in Teflon, which I didn't realize. If I could cook, I wouldn't use Teflon.
It's really the story of Teflon.
Yeah, it's the villain here, Teflon.
Which puts it in everybody's lives, in everybody's kitchens, and everybody's experiences. But it took somebody who really had to rewrite the wheel and figure out a circuitous way and an endless series of fights against the system to navigate this outcome.